Man named Dan, and I have returned with uh with what? In the middle of my intro? Right. So I have returned with
We are Venom.
Ready.
hello everyone. This is Malik. Had to move the other guy because I'm taking over. I'm driving today. So this is not so much a video. I guess it's more of a log, I should say. One of mine. Not dangerous. He could, stay over there. I noticed that I look a little different from the last time you saw me. Don't worry about it. Life's all about change. So I have not recorded a video in a while. This is the first one I'm doing in a while. So this is not a skit. As you know, I suffer from depression. And one of those aspects of depression is a lack of interest. You could want to do things, you could really, really want to do things, but you just can't seem to muster up like the mental energy, even if you may have the physical energy. For me, I have trouble mustering up the mental energy to just like focus on things without thinking about them in a negative light, which is very difficult. And it starts to pile on, over and over. Because of that, I was really just, kind of down, not really feeling any kind of good, any kind of positivity. Then something interesting happened to me. I had received something from my mother that actually really gave me a bit of direction for right now. And it would be this. Can you see this? You can see this. Right? Don't worry about reading it, so I'm gonna read it to you. So I'm not too big on religion, but you can find a lot of motivating and inspirational verses in, I guess, the Holy Bible, the Christian Bible, which is, what I grew up with. Basically, it says to fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. I read it at first and it kind of hit me like immediately. So it's just, it's very easy for me. I don't know if it is for you. It's very easy for me to fall victim to my own thoughts. Just memories and nightmares and just general negative thoughts. It's difficult to describe. It was something that you would honestly have to see for me to really make it clear. Because you hear something and it's just like, oh, so why don't you just think about other stuff? Why don't you just just think positive? Why don't you just tell yourself good things? If anything was that simple, depression wouldn't exist, don't you think? Like mental health issues wouldn't be a thing, At least I would hope not. But after I had read this, I had realized that, what is that motorcycle? But yeah, after I had read this, I had realized that, a lot of it, all of it, or let me not say realized, let me say reminded, that all of it has to come from me, and I would say this to you too. This is something that you feel you're alone in. You aren't. You're definitely not by yourself. I'm going through it. And a lot of the times I feel like I'm all alone. But, I choose to persevere because my family is one that survives struggle and comes out on the other side stronger and better for it, no matter what that struggle may be. I come from a pretty strong bloodline, so it makes me feel obligated to always be strong, even when it's really tough, because it's not so much strength physically. It's not strength that you can see, it's your inner strength, the things that you do to overcome the things and the wars that you're fighting that no one knows about, that no one can see, because everybody going through something. everybody, like literally everybody. And how you deal with that is unique to you in most cases. You know, I deal with depression a lot of different ways. One of the main ways that I deal with it is, you know, playing video games. It's just, you know. But regardless of how bad I might be thinking or feeling at any given time, I still choose to move forward, you know, because it is a choice. Regardless of how difficult things may be, you have to believe you have some form of control in your life. You know, you have to like fight for that shit. If you don't believe you have it, then you really gotta do your best to get a grip of it, get a hold of it. Because the thing about life is that it doesn't matter what you're going through. The world really doesn't care. You know, it sucks. Like, you know, the people in your life may care, sure. But the world doesn't. You know, you still gotta pay bills. You still gotta make ends meet. You know, if you got kids, you gotta feed them. You know, if you got any family you're taking care of, you gotta hold them down. It's like, there is no rest for the weary, really. But despite that, I really just wanted to make this and to start making these. I say that to myself a lot, but I don't ever actually get around to it just because a lot of the times I'm just like really anxious and really nervous about putting shit out. Not in the sense of getting judged for it. I don't really care about that because I judge myself on a daily basis. There's about maybe 1 or 2 people who can say that they know me almost as well as I know myself and can actually call me on my bullshit, because I hold myself accountable for everything, even things that other people were involved in. I just have a tendency to just shoulder the blame, because if I was in a situation, it doesn't matter how it started or how it ended. I don't see anybody else in the situation. If things went a certain way, then it was on me, because I could have done better. You know, that's just how I think about myself. I could always have done better. I could have always done more. You know, I could have said something or done something that would have made a difference at a time. But that is what they call the pain of regret, which I am letting go. You know, so this is something that I want to try to get, I want to get used to. Because I don't really have anybody to talk to about the stuff that I go through and stuff that I'm feeling. And to be honest, I don't really like talking to people about how I feel and what I'm going through, because everybody is going through something. And I personally feel like it is a little selfish to put your problems or your feelings on other people, especially without knowing what kind of problems or feelings they may have about what they're going through. You know, it's a lot to ask for you to say, oh, I want you to fight your battles and I want you to help me fight my battles as well. Like, you might be lucky, you might have people that do support you that strongly, but I personally don't want to be a burden. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. It was a bit of a rant. Was it? No, an update, not a rant. But to end this, is to say that I'm not going to stop putting out videos. I did stumble a bit because I was having trouble figuring out what I should upload, like what games that I'm playing that I could actually format into videos. Just overthinking everything and not actually doing anything, which is something I'm guilty of, like, historically. And I realized that, the whole point of this channel is that it's mine. Like, it's free. Like, I can do what I want. If I'm playing a game that might not be popular, I can still make a video on it if I want to, type shit. It's just like thinking to myself that I have to have more faith in myself and my abilities, and believe in myself the way the people around me believe in me. It's like, what, you want to do the outro? Whatever. Well, that asshole went and used up all the time for today. So, this isn't even my video. Leave a like if you enjoy hearing the other guy. Comment if you are someone who could relate to this person. Not to me. up to him. But I mean, he would appreciate it, I guess, if you left a comment, if you felt inclined. And if you would subscribe to the channel, that would also be like pretty cool. That would help us both. All the other stuff is for him, but that would help us both. So, yeah.